Marlyonama here, and welcome back to another channel update. Now, before we get to the crux of the issue that's regarding the topic of this update, I'd like to get a few things out of the way first. First has to do with the 3-month content drought that happened last summer between June and September. The reason behind this has to do with personal reasons regarding my move-in arrangements with me and my fiance, plus planning the weddings and all that crap. I mean, any of you who's tried tying the knot before obviously knows what I'm talking about. And the second obviously has to do with dealing with the health issues of a terminally ill family member, which has also taken toll on me, and why my production, on top of my full-time day job that I have right now, which is also adding to even more delays in production and video editing that's becoming more time consuming. Now that I've got that out of the way, I will actually like to cover the topic that everyone's been raving about in the gaming community and whatnot, and that is Bethesda and Electronic Arts. Yes, the entire controversy behind Fallout 76 and how incomplete of a game it is, I really cannot avoid talking about. I mean, it easily deserves a spot on my top 10 worst games of the year list, as well it does for most people. I mean, on top of the false promises, it's like a pre-alpha at best, and they're really pushing the online only option since they are jumping on the Electronic Arts bandwagon saying that single player is dead. I mean, no, it is not, because I technically do not prefer to play multiplayer at all because it takes up too much internet bandwidth, and of course the people on the servers tend to be a bunch of idiots and they bail out every now and then. I learned that from playing World of Warcraft back in the day, as many of you know. I mean, ever remember Leroy Jenkins? Yeah, Leroy Jenkins. And y'all know the story here because it's an old memes. Now, recently, there has actually been an investigation into Bethesda regarding the false and deceptive marketing of Fallout 76, aside from those broken EA promises. And the fact that there's been some pre-order issues, bonus issues regarding the people who paid $200 for the deluxe edition that featured the canvas bag that wasn't really a canvas bag, but really just a half-assed trash bag. I mean, now they argue that they ran out of canvas to actually make the supplies. If you ran out of material to make the bag, don't include it in the special edition. Use something that you have. I mean, the Federal Trade Commission is already on your ass, Bethesda. Now, imagine if I said that I was selling a spoon, and I say that it's a genuine 28-karat golden spoon, which it really isn't, but I just happened to get an ordinary spoon that I just spray painted gold. And the person I mailed it to found out that it was just an iron spoon that was spray painted gold, and he obviously feels duped. Now imagine what would happen with Bethesda in that case. Yeah, not pretty, Bethesda. I mean, not only is there the controversy surrounding loot boxes and all that crap, but now there's deceptive pre-order marketing that you have in there. And what do you give in your gamers in return? Only 500 atoms, which is a in-game currency equivalent to only $5. So, too bad for these people, you just lost $195 that you're never gonna see again. And just like Battlefront 2, the value of Fallout 76 has dropped down to the prices in the teens. And I'm not gonna be surprised in the least if I see a GameStop copy that's being sold in the single digits. Now, I personally have a feeling that AAA publishers are actually losing standards in regards to which games get ported to console and whatnot. I mean, PC dropped those standards a long time ago. I mean, look at Steam Direct. It's already a dumping ground for half-assed shovelware games, as I probably covered way at the beginning of the year. And the same thing goes to Battlefield. It's a very empty game, though complete, but it's not really worth checking out. I mean, that's why it sold piss poor within its first week of being available. I mean, Electronic Arts has really done it themselves this time. Probably because they said that there's gonna be no loot boxes, then they retracted that statement saying, nope, loot boxes ahoy! So there you have it. That's why Battlefield 5 isn't doing so good. Now, just like Dynasty Warriors 9 earlier this year, Fallout 76 was obviously a rushed product that came out way before it was even ready to hit the market. And with a game coming out this unfinished, it's gonna really set your IP back, the value in your IP back drastically, that you'll have to either retire or reboot the franchise back to its roots. I mean, Dynasty Warriors 9 was a broken mess. Let's be honest. I mean, it was a barren open world with thick to-do, with terrible enemy AI and graphics glitches. Now, there were graphics glitches in the earlier games, but this did not compare. I mean, the original Dynasty Warriors started out as a one-on-one fighter. Maybe Koei can actually reboot it to where it's back to its roots. Again, you may say, ha! There's no way, but this is just my opinion. Okay, if Dynasty Warriors is going to be rebooted, it should be a one-on-one fighter, not jumping on the open world bandwagon. It's not what you have in the game per se, but how you use it. And a lot of big franchises in video games are just being milked with a bunch of spin-offs because people want more and they can't handle. And games obviously cannot handle more, and that's why they release half-baked DLC and season passes that almost cost as much as the game itself. I mean, I cannot really afford all these goodies like that, and neither many can you. In regards to my future retrospective review episode coming out, it's gonna take a bit longer because I'm filling in a few kinks here and there in the episode, and also my top 10s should be out soon regarding the best and worst games of the year. They take a bit time to edit on top of, but I am gonna make a tidbits episode regarding what's the blame for DLC these days being extremely exploitive, and a bunch of spin-off games that are half-assed. Well, you may want to tune in next time while I actually get stuff underway for 2019 to roll around. I mean, it's gonna be a busy year, and I'll go with 2018 with a bang. And this is Marlyonama signing off.